Yo, what is going on, everyone? It is Memory here. We're here, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, for the third episode of Kubikiri Cycle, where we have a murder mystery of sorts on our hands now, as we left off at the very end of episode 2 with Konami, her body on the floor, head completely chopped off, decapitated. She's just sitting in a pool of blood. And yeah, where is this gonna go from here? We're gonna see. We're gonna get into this episode, everyone, and see what we got. We're starting at the very beginning, 0 seconds, and we're gonna get started here in 3, 2, 1, play. Paint everywhere, just yeah. There's always someone better, but for the best, it's all downhill. Now let's talk about this in the previous episode. Like you would think, oh, most people would be like, oh, it was probably Akane or something. But I just feel like with a show like this, like it's gonna be like the things you think would be the most obvious aren't. That's not actually how it's gonna play out. So I don't know. We'll see though. Yeah, here's literally what we saw at the end of the previous episode, and they all are right here and just see this. Wheelchair tipped over, everything like tipped over. Like there was definitely like a huge like struggle in here. And you can't really count out the Shinya guy either. I don't know. I don't know, man. Those would be the two main suspects, I would say. But okay, so it must have just happened like kind of recently. Just oh, what is Tomo doing? Oh, to walk across. I see, to walk on it. There's definitely like a struggle or something in here, like you know. And the painting is of, was that of him? I forgot to mention that. I didn't even like, because they showed the painting, but that looked like the painting of Ichan that she was working on. See, like that would be my two main suspects. That would be Akane and Shinya. Those two would be like the only. But see, that's the thing. I don't know. I think this could be some fun though. But I was not expecting. You guys probably have already saw my reaction for the second episode at the end. Like that kind of threw me off guard. Like I was like, wait, what? Like, oh boy, I didn't even want to believe it was Konami. Like honestly, I didn't. Because I mean, Akane and her kind of rivals, and then there's Shinya, who's literally her assistant. So those are like, Shinya's probably the closest person to her, and then there's, but who knows? Who really knows? I don't know. I can have guesses or say who I think is a suspect, but like I said, with a show like this, you just don't really know. Day 4, and then in parentheses 1, beheading 1, which she was beheaded. And that's literally like in the title of this show, isn't it? Like the beheading cycle. It's like an alternate kind of thing for it, alternate name, synonym. Hmm. The earthquake, which could have caused all the paint to like, but I don't know. I say that a lot with this show, by the way. What was that reaction? Did you see her reaction after she said that? You do have to ask that question, but she she already knows what he's thinking. Or like, so they get questioning everyone, getting everyone's on what the hell they were doing at the time, because you can't leave anyone out. Hmm. I spent no time with anyone else, and I'm not the killer. Mm, another. So there's been one. There's been a killing before. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, like almost covered like the whole a good chunk of the room, a good part of the room. It didn't happen before the earthquake. Oh yeah, I do remember that. Oh shit. See, it's been a bit since I watched the previous episode, but hey, but each shot didn't remember either, so we're good. And that was after the earthquake. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Had to have happened after the earthquake. Mm-hmm. She like kill herself, or did like maybe the earthquake killed her? I don't know. But we see how Tomo and Ichan got across to Konami's dead body. So there could have been a way to get through it or around it or window is locked from the inside. Not much to go off there. Yeah, yeah, wait. I mean, we heard her voice and everything. Was that like, was he really here? What is Ichan doing? Fuck the police, coming straight from the. Don't want that. See, that's what I was saying. She would be my prime suspect, but I really don't think she did it. I really don't think she's it. She really was the killer, so I kind of like that idea. She's really insistent on not having police here, though. So that's kind of sketchy to me. Which, I mean, just look how you've been talking amongst yourselves here. I mean, you guys have been getting nowhere, really, so. Aikawa. I think that's what her name was. Yeah. So what? We really made like no progress at all. It's just gonna be like what, a stalemate. We have to wait like 6 days apparently for this Aikawa girl. But it's kind of weird that they don't want the police here, or the Ilya girl doesn't want the police's involvement or anything. That is kind of sketchy. What if nobody did it? Like, what if they're like, I don't think it's Akane though. That's one thing I like for sure about. I don't think it's her. The head wasn't there either, so someone took the head, right? Or whoever. Yeah, same. The person like closest to her was Shinya. So many different like possibilities and so many like the room is locked. There's the whole window thing. The paint. A lot of different factors. A lot of different. But also just the way like her Yayo's reaction after Ilya was talking about um what they were doing the previous night. That was kind of sketchy to me, and also the whole police thing. Yeah, I kind of noticed that too. But and also her reaction to earlier at the table. Yen. I was about to say yen. I didn't think like, U.S. dollars. I don't really know why he asked that either. That has to be of him, of Ichan, right? Yeah. Ugh. She she's just like picking it up too. She is. That's what I was talking about. The head. What's going on with that? But why just the head? Like why? Or someone's using her head for art. mm, yeah, and that was it, right? Yeah, if he, just from the earthquake, he as an assistant should have ran right to you know her to make sure everything was okay. I mean, he said it was her voice, like unless someone's just. I don't know. It would be him and Arachne, in my opinion, but I don't think it's Akane. But you have to suspect her. You have to suspect Shinya as well. Did he really hear her on the phone? Was it someone else? Was it just inside of his head? Was this a part of a plan possibly that he had to act like he heard her on the phone? Who knows, dog? Buried the body. No idea what's going on with the head though, or where the head's at, or if it was thrown somewhere, buried somewhere as well. She's so much love, dude. Is that about nonsense? What about like burying someone? Or having to pay to bury someone? um, man, so much. Like I said, with each thing, with each other thing that they look at, look into, it just makes me like question like the other things again. That like so much here that with the phone, the paint, um, the locked room, the windows, the the whole earthquake. Was it hear her on the phone? Is it a part of maybe a plan that he has that making it seem like even though they present it to us as the viewer as, oh, yo, we heard her voice over the phone and that, yo, he was talking to her. So there's that, yo. Did he really hear her? Yo, was it just all in his head, or was it actually someone else somehow? Was it somehow from a distance? Was it like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. But I mean, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Uh, so yeah, still really didn't. I mean, we probably did get somewhere, but I'm not just like noticing it, kind of. I guess I don't know. Um, but that's the thing. I don't think the viewer is supposed to know like, oh, who did it right at this very instant. Like there's still a whole lot, more to it. Um, so yeah. Let me know what you all thought of this episode of Kubi Curious Cycle. I really like what they're doing with this whole mystery sort of thing, though. Just coming off the previous episode, this whole episode, it's pretty fun and interesting to follow. So, yeah, that's about it. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace.